The cancellation of a $21 million fund intended for voter turnout in India has sparked a heated debate across the country. Just a day after the US Department of Government Efficiency pulled the funding, the BJP raised concerns, claiming the move was an example of interference in India's electoral process. Reacting to the decision, BJP's Amit Malviya took to his X account and expressed his concerns, $21M for voter turnout. This definitely is external interference in India's electoral process. Who gains from this? Not the ruling party for sure. On February 17th, BJP leader Nalin Kohli launched a direct attack on Congress, stating, if anyone has received money under this, it must be made clear. And if something like this is being stopped, it's in the larger interest of the freedom of democracy, without interference.
What is coming out in the media is certainly worrisome. Why would any US agency wish to give $21 million for election-related work in India? Would that not amount to interference in India's electoral process? We are the world's largest democracy. Free and fair elections are held here. Institutionally, there are mechanisms that ensure free and fair elections, including the Election Commission of India. The opposition party wins, the ruling party wins. People have a full right to go and vote in the manner they wish. Now, the serious question is, in the past, we've seen certain political parties, like the Congress, even engaging with organizations like Cambridge Analytica, which was with an attempt to somehow create some kind of influence that may change around or interfere with the election process. Now you have this 21 million. So certainly if anyone has received money under it, that has to be made clear. And certainly if something like that is being stopped, it is in the larger interest of freedom of democracy without interference.
Amidst the controversy, former Chief Election Commissioner of India, Dr. E.X-CEC Quarishi, took to X to refute claims about the report, saying it didn't have an iota of fact. He clarified that during his tenure as CEC in 2012, there was an MOU with the International Foundation for Electoral Systems, IFES, just as with many other organizations, to facilitate training for countries at the Election Commission of India's Training and Resource Centre, IIDM. His series of tweets on X read the report in a section of media about an MOU by ECI in 2012 when I was CEC, for funding of certain $1 million by a US agency for raising voter turnout in India, does not have an iota of fact. Yes, there was a MOU with IFES in 2012 when I was CEC, like we had with many other agencies and election management bodies, to facilitate training for desirous countries at ECI's Training and Resource Centre, IIDM, which was very new at that stage. There was no financing or even promise of finance involved in MOU, forget X or Y amount. The MOU in fact made it clear in black and white that there would be no financial and legal obligation of any kind on either side. This stipulation was made at two different places to leave no scope for any ambiguity. Any mention of any funds in connection with this MOU is completely false and malicious. The official DOGE account on X also shared an updated list of government-funded international projects that would no longer be moving forward, including the controversial $21 million allocation for voter turnout in India. The announcement stated, US taxpayer dollars were going to be spent on the following items, all of which have been cancelled. In addition to the India funding, DOGE also scrapped several other international initiatives. Among them, $10 million meant for Mozambique voluntary medical male circumcision, and a staggering $486 million designated for the Consortium for Elections and Political Process Strengthening. This included $22 million for an inclusive and participatory political process in Moldova, alongside the $21 million earmarked for voter turnout in India.